invested $100 a day into the stock market for 1 month and the results are insane. Now, what is the stock market? Basically, it is a network of companies that share their stocks and actually let traders trade, buy, sell their stocks. Now, this will actually make the price range a lot, and that's where it can get risky. You could either make thousands of dollars in returns, or you can just go into absolute debt and become homeless for the rest of your life. Now, every stock is a different price and every stock kind of fluctuates at a different value. For example, the Tesla stock actually goes up and down 10% almost every week, and it's super hard to guess what's gonna happen in the future. But then we have an index fund like QQQ, which kind of stays the same, and the most it will fluctuate in a week is around 3 to 5%. This means that you're not risking your money as much as if you were to invest into singular stocks. Instead, you're investing into hundreds of stocks over one index fund. Now, what I did for this challenge is I invested into QQQ, SPY, Tesla, Google, and also Apple, Tesla, did I say that? One of those. Now, the stock market had a pretty steep drop last month, so this actually showed the best opportunity for me to invest. Now, the reason I invested $100 a day instead of putting all $2,000 in one day is because, like I said, the stock market fluctuates. Therefore, if I invest $100 a day, I may invest when the price is super high, but this also means that I'll invest when the price is at the lowest it gets. This basically means that I'll either be right in the middle of kind of the average price, and when the stock goes above, well, I'll be making money. Well, obviously, if the stock has a giant dip, I can just invest more money. Therefore, I can make more money. All right, guys, so I want to show you guys actually how I invested into these stocks, and then I'll go over the results after, and I'll give you guys a couple of tips so that you guys can actually make money in the stock market. So first off, use the link down below, and you can get up to $1,000 in stocks with Webull, and I also think it's an amazing app. Now, there is another app called Coinbase, but that's more for crypto, and if you guys want to see a video about that, well, just leave a comment down below. So after you download Webull, then it's going to open up to this, and you can redeem your free stocks, but that's besides the point. But you're gonna go over to this more button right here, then you're gonna go to reoccurring, and then your reoccurring order. Now, as you can see, it says that my cum amount is $3,200. Now, I have been doing this a bit over a month with only $100, and then as you can see, I increased it to $200 a week for 5 different stocks, which actually equates to $1,000 a week. And the reason I'm doing this is because my goal is to actually make $1,000 a week, and then obviously from that I can keep on increasing how much money I'm investing. So after you put your reoccurring order in, you're gonna go to create reoccurring investment. Now, if you want a very stable investment, I'd say QQQ or SPY, you should do those. And the reason is because those are investing into the biggest brands in the US, and it's honestly very stable, but there is still some price action, so it's more fun to watch. Now, after you do that, you're gonna come over here and just put in the minimum, which is $5, and you can go up to literally $1,000, whatever you want to trade per day or per week actually too. The reason I do per day is because, like I said, the price fluctuates every single day so much that if you do $10 a day instead of $50 every Friday, well, you'll have a better average price. Therefore, you can actually be much more secure with your investments. Now, after you can do every week, every 2 weeks, month, or every trading day. What I do is every trading day, and then you just basically put in the amount. Now, the stock market is only open from Monday to Friday, and that's why it says every trading day instead of just every day. Now, the reason I say invest into QQQ and SPY is because your stocks won't be so boring, and you actually would want to check up on your stocks. Here's some proof. If you go to SPY and I go to the daily, well, as you can see, it literally just did a crazy dip right here in the past month. So 455, it went all the way down to 407, and then it went all the way up to 471. Now that I showed you how to create your own reoccurring investments, let's go over the results, and actually I'll tell you guys my opinion on it. So first off, I open it up, and you could see that open PNL is $200. So in the past month, we have made $200 overall from doing this challenge. Now, obviously, I invested more than I actually wanted to, and the reason for this is because I saw that the stocks were super down, and it was a great opportunity to buy. As you can see, Tesla is my highest earning, but I also have $1,000 in it. But you could see that the reoccurring investment kind of started at super high around 271, comes down to 207, 197, and then it just comes right back up to 252. And as you can tell by Tesla's chart, it's quite crazy, but it isn't even close to the all-time high of 299. Now, I would say to invest into Tesla because they are one of the top electric car brands. And in the long future, this stock is gonna be worth much more. And also the Cybertruck's coming out soon, so the hype around that is insane. So overall, I have $1,000 invested and I'm up $100 on Tesla. Now the next stock is Apple, which I'm up $40 almost, and I have $700 invested. Now from the peak of this challenge, you could see it used to be at 199 and my average order is around 186. So unless Apple has a pretty crazy dip like it did over here with its earnings, then I should be fine for now. The next one is SPY, which is kind of similar to Apple, and I have $700 invested, $32 profit. Now this one, I'm actually surprised, but I'm actually down a little bit. Like, everyone uses Google. But the second thing is AI, and Google is really working on their AI. So I feel like the stock could actually go up and actually surpass its all-time high pretty soon. But currently the stock is literally fluctuating around where I have invested. Therefore, I'm only down $1. And I have $700 invested into Google. Now lastly is QQQ, which I'm up $40. I have almost $700 invested. And QQQ is one of my favorite stocks because it is literally tech, and tech is only going up. Maybe start on the lower end with QQQ because as you can see, it just ran this crazy pump past the all-time high. So overall, we have netted $211.
So I'm just telling, you feel me? I'm just giving y'all one of my tips. You know, I'm just giving y'all one of my tips. So bro.
But I actually haven't cashed out yet. And also taxes are gonna eat like almost half of that. So we have made $150 profit in the past month with investing $100 a day. Now, would I recommend for you guys to start these reoccurring investments? My answer is yes. It's much better than having your money sit in your bank and just rot away and lose value. Now in the recent years, inflation has been 7%, which means that your money is losing 7% if it's just sitting around. But with the recent stock market, it's around 10%, which means that your money will be almost 10%ing every year. And with compound interest, you're gonna be a millionaire if you do this from 5 years old. Now at the rate that I'm investing $200 a day for 5 days, so this means I will be investing around $48,000 per year if I keep up this $200 per day thing. With the average return of 10%, that means I'll be left around with 5K. Now obviously if I let it sit in my account and keep on growing, well, eventually in around 10 years I'll be a millionaire. And that's why recurring investments are so important to add to your assets. And after you start getting paid, well, that's why you should start investing.